Spinning in Vegas, in New York. Yeah, that's what we're doing this morning, guys. I said I would take a couple videos for you folks, and that's what I'm gonna do, take some video. So we got into New York last night after a 14-hour drive, and it wasn't the most pleasant of drives that I've had. I think the family can agree on that one. Yeah, it was pretty rough at times, but it was pretty good at times too, so it wasn't too bad. Coming into New York City, though, was a whole other thing on its own. None of us were used to driving in that sort of traffic, and but we made it. Everything was fine, and we got to our hotel here. We're actually in Jersey City, and the reason why we chose Jersey City as our hotel of choice, well, I'm going to show you here. I'm going to turn you around. This was the reason. And this is the view from our hotel room. That is downtown Manhattan. Right across the water here, and at nighttime this view is spectacular. We got here last night and we got, you know, just an absolutely marvelous view of downtown New York, Manhattan. And this is kind of you can't really see there, but we do have access to the rooftop. I just don't know how to get there. We didn't inquire about that, but the rest of New York City is right down there. And but you can't beat this view at sunset. It's like 6:30 in the morning here in New York City, and you just cannot beat this view. It's unbelievable. Sunset, sunrise.
Sorry.
I think I need to go back to bed for an hour or two. But anyway, yeah, we are at a hotel called the Hyatt House, Jersey City, and you know, we could have booked one in New York City, but I wanted something with the view. And this is, I don't think you're going to find anything nicer.
I don't think so either.
Like, this is really remarkable.
Good evening, Spinning in Vegas, and welcome to another Spinning in Vegas video, guys. Going a little bit off the beaten path here with something that I haven't done before on the channel, and that is offer you a video that's going to be over an hour long, or probably close to an hour, that's not Las Vegas themed. Now, I just want you guys to know right up front that this is not something that I plan on doing very much on the channel. Like I said, this is the first time, and I really do not like leaning away from that Las Vegas theme, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you guys just say, this is not what I came here for, I'm out, and you unsubscribe. I'll also be uploading a live play of a slot machine in addition to this video on the channel, and I will have some live plays in this video just to keep some of that Las Vegas casino type of theme going. But anyway, I'm glad you're here. If you do want to watch this video, as you can tell from the title, it's Spinning in Vegas, Lost in New York. I did mention the idea briefly previously that I might be filming during our trip to New York City. So for those of you who don't know, the family and I went to New York City. We took my mother, we took my mother-in-law, and we went to New York City. And we had a blast there. Now, I didn't film much there. I didn't film every single day we were there, but some of the high points I did take the camera out and decide to film for you guys. And this video is just going to be entirely about that trip to New York City. So we didn't visit any casinos in New York. There's no casinos in the city. There is one close to JFK Airport. That was way too far for my liking. I decided not to go there, and I didn't want this trip to be about casinos or slot machines or anything like that. And that's the odd thing about me, and a lot of people don't know, is that apart from Vegas, I really don't play slots. I usually save it up and kind of release everything in Vegas, just go on one full blowout. I don't play games locally. I don't play slot machines. I don't gamble locally, with the exception of free play that my old former local casino sends me. So sometimes they'll send me a free night or two, or discounted nights, and some free play, and I'll take that free play and put it in a machine and do it that way. One of the live plays you're going to see in this video is indeed from a free play amount that I got, and I played it at my former local casino. But yeah, New York City, guys, it was our first time visiting the Big Apple, and to say that the city is absolutely amazing would be a huge understatement. It completely exceeded all of our expectations. There were some letdowns, but overall, New York City just, wow, they really had it going on. They had their shit together, and when I left that city, I was not looking forward to coming back home. I really wished I would have took an extra day or 2 or 3 and stayed a little longer. But as always, you don't know how your trip is going to play out. You know, at least me, I'm always very cautious, and I don't like booking very long. Like our first trip to Vegas, we only took, I think, 5 days because I didn't want to stay there for 2 weeks or even, you know, 10 days or whatnot, just in case things were not as expected. So, you know, you're talking it was a 14-hour drive there, although coming back it was 12. The traffic going down there was just unbelievable. You're talking, you know, 75 mile per hour speed limits on the highways, and we were lucky if we were going 40 because we were bumper to bumper traffic, and it was just a terrible drive going there. Coming back, it was fantastic. The traffic wasn't so bad. Once we got there, things really started to work out well for us, and we were able to do pretty well every touristy thing you could ever imagine one doing in New York City. We had many different tours, visited many different locations, as you will see in this video. But basically, we got to New York. We left here around 7:30 in the morning and got into New York at midnight. And by the time we got to bed, probably closer to 1 a.m. And like I said, it was a long haul. And woke up the next morning, and the first thing we wanted to do right away, it was the number one thing on my list, was visiting the One World Observatory. So this is the One World Trade Center that replaced the former Twin Towers. And guys, for the price, for 6 people, I believe I paid $230 to $250 US for 6 people to go all the way up to the top of this observatory. And you got to remember, you're at the highest point of New York City, so no other building is going to be higher, and you get a full 360 view when you're up there of all the surrounding areas. So you can see it's just so far. You know, Queens and Brooklyn, the Bronx, New York City, Manhattan, Jersey City, Statue of Liberty. It's all there. You can see it clear as crystal. Very, very nice and well done there. And in addition to the 360 view, they have a very entertaining elevator ride going up to the observatory. So as you ascend the floors, the entire elevator is a screen. So you get screens on all sides, and it's like a 3D effect. Almost like virtual reality, and it shows New York being built since its heyday. So you know, the coming of New York, you see the buildings getting higher, more buildings coming up, and as you're going up in the elevator, it looks like you're actually outside because the view of the screens is ascending while you're looking at these buildings coming up. It was very tasteful, very well done. They also have a little show before you go out into the observatory on this big, huge screen. They darken the area out, and then the screen splits apart, and you can see all of New York City. It was, like I said, really well, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but I have a whole bunch of videos here of the One World Observatory, and like I said, guys, if you're in New York City, do yourself a favor. It's not going to break the bank, and especially if you're only, you know, a couple. If you're only a couple, you're going to do this for like $60. So get to the One World Observatory, and here are some videos of that occasion, guys. I'm pretty well going to play them in chronological order as they happen, so go ahead and enjoy. Spinning in New York, we back. Had some breakfast here at the Hyatt House. Pretty decent stuff, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah, I was really impressed.
How was the orange juice, Brandon? Because you didn't eat. It was great stuff, man, for a hotel. Really, really nice. Here's a kind of like we're just walking outside of the Hyatt House right now. And we're gonna hit on a ferry and go ahead to downtown Manhattan. We just gotta find it. But this is a really nice spot. You know, for the Jersey City side, you know, not bad at all. Pretty darn good. And yeah, so that's kind of the day's events. Like I said, I'll just keep you guys with me as much as I can. I'll try to jam this all in one episode. I don't want to really, you know,
get too much into this New York stuff with you guys. But yeah, looking forward to it, man. New York City. Beautiful. We're right on the water here, guys. Right here on the water. There's the Hyatt Regency, which is kind of like the sister property to the hotel we're staying at. We have the Hyatt House, and that's the Hyatt Regency. From what I hear, they're pretty similar, although the Hyatt House, I believe, is a little higher and a little bit better view. Wow, beautiful spot though. I was hoping I could see the Statue of Liberty from here. It should be just right down there. But we'll be checking that out later anyway, so. Yeah. Fucking awesome. And I think that's the ferry that we're gonna be heading on right over there. So that's all looking good. Everything's. We were gonna book a tour this morning, but they were sold out. I think we're gonna be going on that tour in 2 days from now, so we will be definitely getting it. It's like a complete New York City tour, bus tour, guided, including a boat to the Statue of Liberty. So that's gonna be pretty cool. All right, gonna wait for the ladies here, and I'll catch up with you guys after when we're on the New York side. Peace out. Oh man, that's really high. That's the One World Observatory, New World Trade Center, some people call it. It's just unbelievably high. I can't get over how high that is. Look at that.
What's the name of it?
One World Observatory. Yeah, it's unbelievable high. Anyway, we're going on the top of that building right now, aren't we, Joe? And we're gonna get some video up there for them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we are. It's just unbelievably tall. Wow. All right, guys, we're on top of the One World Observatory. This is amazing. This is really worth the money, guys. I'm not sure what my wife paid. It wasn't that much though, and we come early in the morning and there was barely a wait. If you come later in the day, it could be, you know, a little bit of a wait there going on. Here, white balance. Statue of Liberty's down there somewhere. Yeah, right there. Yeah, you can see the Statue of Liberty like right there. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna take you guys, I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys these views. It's unbelievable. Like I said, for the money, you can't really go wrong here. It's beautiful on the inside. Again, this is on top of the One World Observatory, which some people call the New World Trade Center. It is the tallest building in New York City. Trying to catch up to my family here, but I'm gonna turn you guys around. Complete 360 view.
What's that? Oh, I know.
You get a view of Jersey City here, just right over here. So there you go, guys. Again, I could take you all the way around 360, but I don't want to bore you guys with that stuff. To talk about it is one thing, to be here is another. So you should get here, or if you're ever in New York City, you should stop in here and definitely check this out, man. It's really cool. Nice little gift shop here too. Wow, the views are spectacular. Right ear's a little blocked up there because of the elevator ride up. Good day so far. Hey, what's up, spinning in Vegas? Okay, we just got out of the One World Observatory, or the One World Trade Center, and here we are at the old Trade Center Memorial. So here is where the Twin Towers collapsed, unfortunately, and just a tragic day. Everybody who's anybody in the world knows about 9/11, and it's just amazing what they've done with this place. It's too bad that they had to do this at all. You know, obviously they would have rather to have their trade center, and you know, all them people could have kept their lives. But I guess taking a negative and turning it into a beautiful positive, they turned it into a fountain, and they engraved all the names of the deceased. You know, the people who died on that day. And it's somber being here, because it is beautiful as it is. You know why it's here, and you know that kind of stays in the back of your head, and it's kind of hard to be happy in a place like this. It's a sacred place, that's for sure, and wow, it's just highly tragic, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, other than that, you know, senseless tragedy. But the family's here. There they are. It's a beautiful day here in New York. Celsius, you're looking at probably 35 degrees, and a lot of people. The energy's great, and yeah. So I just thought I'd show you this quick little tidbit here of the World Trade Center Memorial. Absolutely, it's beautiful, but bittersweet. Okay, so there you go, guys. Another thing that you've seen there was the memorial, the World Trade Center Memorial videos. That, again, I really wanted to go there and visit the World Trade Center Memorial. It's bittersweet. It's a wonderful, beautiful place. What they've done with the foundation of the World Trade Center. So the Twin Towers that were there, these memorials are made from the foundation of the original Twin Towers. So they made the waterfall that goes down, the tombstones that surround the foundation all have the names marked of the deceased, you know, who passed away on that, you know, tragic day. And what I found interesting was that the names were not in alphabetical order. They were actually in order of the floor that they worked on. And the reason why they did this was because sometimes you'd have delivery drivers who would go to the 75th floor, and they would recognize all the people on the 75th floor. So what they would do is, if these people wanted to visit the memorial, they just have to go to the 75th floor, and they would recognize every single name of all the people on that floor, as opposed to walking around and finding each individual name if it were in alphabetical order. So that's how they did that. But very somber, guys. It's bittersweet. I think I would rather, I know I would rather visiting the Twin Towers and visiting a memorial. All those people that passed away in such, you know, tragic circumstances, such a tasteless and disgusting act of violence. You know, it's a wake-up call, and it's a reminder that not everybody has good intentions, and that the world can be you know, a terrible place at times, and but it's how we overcome and come together, and you know, use each other's strength to move on and heal. And this is what this place is. It's a sacred place that lets us know that we can all come together and make a better world. And I just absolutely recommend visiting the World Trade Center Memorial. I didn't like all the vendors around the World Trade Center Memorial. Now, you have official vendors there where all the proceeds of the sales goes to the World Trade Center Memorial. I still find it a little tasteless. I mean, you know, people is going to buy things, and it just seems a little bit like blood money to me. I am happy that a proceed goes to the a portion of the sales goes to the World Trade Center Memorial, but again, you can't help but feel that people are earning money because of a tragic situation. I say that, but I was the first one to purchase stuff. You know, we purchased wristbands and little pins and stuff like that. That's the only thing that bothered me. And but other than that, fantastic. And the One World Observatory and the World Trade Center Memorial are right next to one another. You can do both in an hour. It's quick and easy, and it's a must-do. I mean, I can't ever imagine somebody going to New York and not doing that. It's just remarkable, guys, and wow, what an experience. It's an experience of a lifetime. I can only imagine what it was like, though, for the people who were at Ground Zero on September 11th, 2001. Very tragic, and I'm going to dedicate this entire movie to the victims and the families of those who passed away. It's very terrible, very tragic. Now, another thing that I wanted to do while in New York, especially on that first day, I'm a big fan of Home Alone 2, and I wanted to visit some locations that were used in the movie. And the very first location was the Plaza Hotel. So the Plaza Hotel, right there on, I think it's South Central Park or something like that, Central Park South. And just an amazing hotel. It's one thing to see it in the movie and see the exteriors of the building. It's an entirely different thing to go inside and see what it's actually like. And they have made some changes since the filming. I will try my best to take movie clips and compare them to my clips, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about in the video. And I do have to apologize to you guys because some of the audio in these videos, especially later in the episode, you might have a hard time hearing me because there's a lot of noise in the background, a lot of people. So I will try my best to fix that in editing software, but no promises. It looked like it was really bad from when I was skimming through the videos. Yeah, so the Plaza Hotel, Central Park, also Home Alone 2 where the pigeon lady was, and different scenes like that. And you know, we went and we did them all. So what I'm going to do is get you guys to watch those videos. And like I said, I'll try to piece together some clips where in the movie so you kind of get a comparison. So go ahead, take a look, guys.
This is cool, guys. For all you Home Alone 2 fans, we got the Plaza Hotel just right here, just right off of Central Park. Really nice area of New York here. And we're gonna go in there because like I said, I'm a fan of the movie Home Alone 2. I know my kids are, my wife is. And we're just gonna go take a stroll through it and see what's up. Plaza Hotel. Nice. Oh, you know what? If you look right here for that, show you something. Now, if you could just picture this area, okay? Excuse me, where's the lobby? Donald Trump said to him, straight down the hall and to the left.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
Right there.
Was it right where?
Right there. Okay. Beautiful here.
What's up there?
Oh, probably staircase up to the upper floors there. I think this is where. Okay, no, it's just like an empty room in there. Okay, we're gonna take a look around here, guys. But for you Home Alone 2 fans, that's where Donald Trump made his cameo right there. Told Kevin that the lobby was down the hall and to the left, which was down there here. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a peek. Guys, right there, that's another Home Alone 2 location. That's where the concierge would have been. This is for the private residents, but right in there, that's this little area right here. What's his name in the movie? That's Cedric. Yeah. Cedric would have been there too, though, but right there.
Yes, 2 and 8, Henri. Mr. Yamamoto. Hold on a second.
Cedric would have been there too, though, but right there. Hey guys, just found another Home Alone 2 filming location. Right here in Central Park. We are in Central Park here. But right here is where the pigeon lady was. At the end of the movie where Kevin came and gave her a turtle dove.
Christmas.
Kevin! Merry Christmas!
Said that he would never forget her, and then the shot kind of pans up to this angle, and then you can hear Kevin's dad in the background saying, "Kevin, you spent $977 on room service."
Oh, Dad!
Kevin! You spent $967 on room service!
Right there. This is the location where it's obviously not frozen over like it was in the movie in the winter months, but
Get back.
yeah. So guys, we'll turn you around. Yeah, so a beautiful spot here, Central Park. We're not done. We're gonna take a little more of a walk in there and see what's up. I know there's more locations in there that's from the movie that I'd like to see, but just Central Park in general is huge. And on a hot day like today, you might want to stay hydrated and make sure you wear good sneakers. But everyone's having fun. My boys are just chilling there. Jordan, I think, is trying to touch a turtle. Did you get to touch him earlier, Joe?
What?
Did you touch a turtle earlier? No, you didn't get him? The birds and the animals here are really trusting. Like the birds come right up to your hand and everything. It's really cool, man. Really cool. I think they're just so acclimated to people that, you know. But I see a variety of different birds in there. I see like different types of swans. I see like the white ones, there's black ones, and then there's turtles. Pretty cool, man. Pretty neat. Spinning in Vegas, lost in New York. Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Miggy? You like it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
New York so far?
Very cool.
Very cool place. Very cool place. Bring your money. Ooh, bring your money. Nothing's free here, man. Nothing's free here. All right, we're gonna go and take more of a look at Central Park, see what it has to offer. If I see any more Home Alone 2 locations, I'll let you know.
So there you go. Now, I'm gonna try to explain this from memory here. Now, they changed some things in the lobby, like the door. So the door, whenever Donald Trump says to Kevin down the hallway and to the left, there's a little, looks like window panel door there. And I think it was white in the movie, but they painted it brown or replaced it with a brown door. You can still see the arch in the background with all the various styling there, the design. The stone pillars that are off to the side, they're like a grayish pewter color, white mixed all together. Those are still there. The rug design has been switched out. Also, in that private area that we couldn't get into, that's for the private residents of the Plaza Hotel. So yes, it is a hotel. However, you can buy a room there. I think they start at $1.5 million and go up from there. So that part of the hotel can only be accessed by the people who actually live there. But it's in that private area where all of the concierge and the lobby scenes were filmed in the original Home Alone 2. So that access is cut off for just people that are visiting the hotel to stay for a couple nights. But as you can see in the video, I do look at that one area where there's that little desk area. And if you look at that desk area, there's two stone walls with like an entry in the middle. And you'll see there the picture or the video of Tim Curry that I showed where there is the two stone walls in the entry. That's exactly where he stood during the filming. And it's remarkable that I was able to remember that whenever I was there. But I knew right away as soon as I saw it. I seen the main lobby in the plaza and I was like, no, this is not where they filmed at all. There has to be another lobby in this hotel because that's not the one. So either they filmed it on a studio set or they filmed it here. And I was lucky enough to be able to find that private area, which is indeed the location where they filmed all the lobby Home Alone 2 scenes. And as you've seen there in Central Park, which was really, really cool to be as well. You know, Home Alone 2 aside, Central Park is one of the biggest attractions in New York. We walked, maybe 30 minutes into Central Park before, and it was just blistering hot, guys. It was like 37 degrees Celsius, but 90% humidity. The heat that we had in Vegas at 50 degrees was way easier to deal with than the temperature in New York because of the humidity. So when you have 37 degrees Celsius with 90%, 100% humidity, it's just unbearable. I mean, and we're from the Maritimes of Canada. We deal with that same temperature as New York, but New York being a little further south is going to give you a few more degrees, which can mean the difference between just, you know, bearable and unbearable. And the heat was really bad. So we only walked about 30 minutes into Central Park, and we were lucky if we did maybe 1/12 of the park in terms of, you know, longitude. It's unbelievably large. You can fit 2 of my towns in Central Park. No joke. It's huge. So expect that when you go there. But there's a lot of entertainment in the park. You have 27 baseball fields. I think there is a small children's playground there, like with different rides. It's an amusement park. You have a big lake. You have the strawberry fields there, John Lennon. You have different rec areas. You have a zoo, different museums. It's huge. It's a park and it's got all this stuff in it. It's remarkable. So guys, I'm going to take you to my first live play here. And this live play is of Zeus, mechanical reel. Take a look.
Come on, baby. Yep, you got it. 10 free spins. Yeah. He's wild now for all symbols except for the bonus. So he's oh my god. Oh my god, baby. Right on.
That's loud.
Let it be loud. We turned it down too.
Yeah, I know we turned it down.
120, 130, 140, 150, come on, 160, 70. Oh, right on, Mickey. Come on, keep going. Coins. All right.
All right.
Yeah, he's wild now. Seven spins left too.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good. I'm just gonna let this play, man. All right, never mind. Come on, more. More. Should have let it play out. No, I pissed it off. I pissed it off. Wild bonus. Come on, retrigger. Hot diggity, that was $182. Very nice. So you hit the winning spin button.
Did I?
Too loud, I can't let that count
Yeah.
up. All right, 182.
Sweet.
So there you go. Not a bad bonus there on Zeus mechanical reel. This is the original Zeus machine, and again, this was a bonus on free play. So no money lost and everything gained. And I should mention that when I go to my former local and I do have the free play, if I win, I don't lose that money back into the machines. I take it with me. I do not spend 1 penny of my money at my former local casino. And it's odd because I used to be a Ruby member at that casino, which is the highest tier player. And the comps that they offered me whenever I was a Ruby tier are less than what they are sending me now, even though I don't play anymore. I think they understand that they lost a good player and they're trying to get me back. And it's way too late. They should have been doing that sort of shit whenever I was dumping all my money in that tight casino. But anyway, there you go. A great play there of Zeus. Now let's talk a bit about Times Square, New York City. Everybody loves Times Square, and I can say for absolute certainty that it was the most booming, most popular place that we've seen in New York City. Again, high season, we're in the summer here, and the weather was fantastic, so everybody came out to play. And I just can't begin to explain Times Square. It's just unbelievably popping, and always a great energy there, always lots of people, and lots of different walks of life. There's so many different cultures of people that you can find there, and I always find that very inviting to look around and see different cultures, because where I'm from, we don't see much of that. We're in a highly Caucasian area here, and there's really not much culture at all. So it's very nice to experience and see all of that, you know, in a place like New York City. So I'm going to give you guys some videos here of Times Square, as well as a beautiful view from our hotel at nighttime. We were staying not in New York City. Now, I could have bought a hotel. I was actually going to stay at the Plaza Hotel when I first started looking at hotels. What bothered me about hotels in New York City was the view. When you're in the thick of things, when you're right in the city, when you open your curtains, all you're going to see is a few skyscrapers. You're not going to see the sun, you're not going to see sunrise, sunsets, you're not going to see the city. You're just going to have a view of a couple buildings. No matter where you are, unless you're on the tip of the One World Observatory or the Empire State Building, you're not going to have a view of New York. So I decided to stay in Jersey City and get the best seats in the house. So that's exactly what I did. So we stayed at the Hyatt House, Jersey City. And I strictly asked them before I went, I want top floor with the best view of the city. I said, I want the best one you have in the hotel. And that's what I got. And the view was remarkable. We had a straight head-on view of downtown New York City. And if we just peered a little bit to the left, we could see all the rest of New York City. To the right, it was a panoramic suite, and we could see buildings in Jersey City as well. Now, if we went to the rooftop, there was a rooftop up there, you could see even further because you just were a little bit higher that you could see all of northern New York City, and it was just amazing. Now, if you take a little quick walk out of the hotel at Hyatt House, you're right on the water. You could see the Statue of Liberty. You could see everything that you cannot see from above due to buildings that might be in your way. I wouldn't have changed anything about that hotel. If I could go back, I would still choose that hotel. If we ever decide to return, I will take the same hotel. I will not go into New York City. It is wonderful. But I don't want you to take my word for it, guys. Go ahead and take a look at these Times Square videos and the hotel view that we had.
What's up, spinning in Vegas? Here we are,
Hi guys.
Times Square. Man, this place is really popping. Man, this place is busy.
Crazy.
Really busy. But also just really amazing at the same time. This is unlike anything I've ever experienced before. What about you?
No, this is crazy. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Vegas is one thing, but this is an entirely different thing. This is unbelievable. There's just skyscrapers everywhere you look, stores everywhere you look, roadside entertainment everywhere you look. It's pretty crazy, but we're having a great time. We've been on our feet all day though.
My feet are sore.
It's a little taxing. But there's just people everywhere, man. Really fun though. And pretty much our day, summed up. Just woke up, took the ferry over to New York, went to the One World Observatory, World Trade Center Memorial. We went to Central Park, the Plaza Hotel, and just spent a whole lot of time here at Times Square. And that's one thing about Times Square. You can come here and spend an entire day here, easily. Half a day just on one side of Times Square and then walk up the other side. You'll see some familiar sights here. You got like Hershey World over there. We just came from M&M World actually. Can't see it from where we are right now, but
I got the bags.
Oh, you got the bags. Hershey World and M&M World are also in Las Vegas. So we did go to M&M World. Going really well so far. Lots of fun. Now I'm going to take some pictures. But I just wanted to show you guys this, man. And for all of you guys who haven't been to New York, wow. Amazing. Hey, look at that. Amazing. What do you think, Joe? He's fanning himself off with a little M&M fan. What do you think of Times Square?
I like it.
You like it, huh?
Very cool.
It's really cool. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next update. Peace.
Times Square.
She saw it?
No, I sent a picture. I don't know if you see my email.
I did. I should have said that she saw it.
There we go, spinning in Vegas. We turned the lights off in the hotel room here.
Spinning
Can't
in
see.
New York.
Spinning in New York. Got all the lights off. Just so you guys can see this gorgeous view from our hotel room. And this again from the Hyatt House, Jersey City. And it's the best view in the house from what they tell us.
You can tell.
Yeah, I don't think they're lying. It's pretty darn good. And it's also a panoramic view, so you have downtown there, the financial district, and you got the One World Observatory, yeah, right there. And then, like I said, panoramic, so you have this side as well. So you can see a lot of the Jersey City buildings all around, and pretty high up. Although not as high as that beast right in the middle of the frame. Now the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. So there you go, spinning in Vegas. Was it a great day?
Yes,
There you
it
go.
was. Amazing.
Amazing. And maybe I'll get some video from the rooftop after for you guys too. All right. From our hotel.
Wow.
Man, this place is popping. It's called the rooftop here. Got a little club going on. Look at that. You got minutes in there dancing. Look at them. They're all enjoying the music.
Yeah.
The Jordan's too shy.
They're not allowed to actually.
Yeah, man. This place is popping. Man, look at that view.
Wow.
Right from our hotel here, man. Hyatt House, Jersey City. Empire State Building there, right in the middle of the frame with the blue and red tip. Not the blue and red one, I'm seeing things here. That one right here in the middle of the frame. It's a white one. The tallest one in the frame. My bad. There's downtown. Hey, Mickey.
Oh, hi. Very cool up here.
Yeah. This is poppin'.
Very cool.
It's only quacking. Yeah, this place is fucking awesome. Love me some New York.
Wow, yes.
Hells yes. Beautiful. Anyway, great day. I'm going to end our first day right here because after I leave here, I'm going to go shower because it's been a sweaty day. And looking forward to tomorrow, man. Tomorrow is Six Flags Great Adventure.
Yep.
King Dakar, tallest roller coaster in the world.
Not doing it.
I guess I told the kids at some point that I was going to get on with them. And I'm a man of my word. So guess what I'm doing? All right. Good night spinning in Vegas from beautiful New York City. Peace out. Isn't that something? Like I said, could have went in the city. the view would have been very obstructed by the many skyscrapers that's in New York City. And here's a fun fact that we learned during one of our bus tours of New York City. Half of the world's skyscrapers reside in New York. That means that the other half are split out amongst the rest of the world. That really blew my mind because, I mean, I've visited many cities and there's many skyscrapers in these cities, but the fact that New York has 50% of the world's skyscrapers, that's pretty remarkable. I did not know that. I was pretty shocked. I thought you guys might like to know that as well. Another highlight of the trip, or what should have been a highlight of the trip, was visiting the Statue of Liberty. This was the letdown of the trip. And you can always expect a letdown to happen when you're on a trip. You know, things go wrong, things happen. Some things can't be helped. Other things like this can certainly be mitigated. The problems can be mitigated. And this is all about poor execution, in my opinion. And I will highlight what I didn't like about the trip. So the Statue of Liberty, we booked the Statue of Liberty. We went down to Battery Park, and here the problem started right away. So we bought our tickets online, and they give you a time. The ferry leaves, and a time where you should be there. So they wanted us to be there 30 minutes earlier. So we got there 45 minutes earlier. We like to be extra early, just in case things go wrong. And we got there. The location was Battery Park. So this is right downtown New York in Battery Park. And we get there and we notice that there's 3 different lines and 3 different colors. The website didn't state any color. Just your tickets, this is where you got to go. And we showed our receipt on the phone, because like I said, we purchased it on the phone, to a woman that was there. And she's like, oh, no, you need to get actual paper receipts for these tickets. And you know, we politely told her that the website didn't say that. It just said to show up here, show this barcode, you scan it, we go on the ferry, that's it, that's all. We had to go to a ticket kiosk, which was, it wasn't far, it was about maybe a 5-minute walk away, but the lineups were monstrous. We were waiting in that blistering heat for an additional 20 minutes just to show that barcode to someone who scanned and then gave us physical tickets. Then we had to go back in the other line, wait there, then show that girl the tickets before we were able to get in line for the ferry. And we just made it. If we didn't go that 45 minutes early, if we would have went the 30 minutes early like it asked us to, we might have not have gotten on that ferry. It really came down to the very last minute, and I did not appreciate that at all. Things should be more clear on the website, and it shouldn't be that complicated. Show up, we have a barcode, you scan it, you put us on the ferry. That's the way it should be, in my opinion. But we got in line for the ferry, and that lineup was long too, because you have to go through a clearance, security clearance, much like an airport where you go through the metal detectors, take your shoes off, all the metal off your body. And they do that for good reason. I'm definitely not disputing that at all. You can appreciate the safety that goes into these types of tours, so no problems there. Like I said though, with the previous wait, having the problems with the tickets, it wouldn't have been so bad. We were just worried about the time at that point, if we were going to make the ferry or not. We did make the ferry. Like I said, we were actually late, but the boat was late taking off. Like if we wouldn't have showed up to 45 minutes, we were screwed. So we get on the ferry and we are elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder, no place to... They really need to limit the amount of tickets that they're selling. I understand this is a cash cow for the city and for the tour companies, but when you're overloading boats to the point where there's not enough seating capacity and barely enough standing capacity. So I seen people who were standing up, and you gotta remember, these boats are rocking back and forth. People were falling because they had nothing to hold on to. Just overloaded, too many people, and that isn't more evident until you get on the actual Liberty Island. So when you get off the ferry and you're on Liberty Island, you could get 2 different types of tickets. You can get the pedestal tickets or the crown. The crown tickets are booked 6 months in advance, so we didn't get those. And I'm actually glad we didn't, because the lineup for that and all the people, no, it would have been just a huge disappointment. And I'm glad we didn't have those. But like I said, you do have to book 6 months in advance to get those anyway. So you have 190 steps to get up to the pedestal or an elevator. Now, my mother-in-law had heart surgery, open heart surgery, a few months ago, and she's still recovering very much from that heart surgery. She could not do the steps. It was actually in New York City, just a walk from block to block was tough for her. She's having a difficult time, and so we decided to wait for the elevator. And the elevator, we waited, almost an hour. That's how long the line was. It's this tiny, tiny little elevator that holds 5 people, and you have, I counted over 100 people in line whenever I was there. I can only imagine how longer that got throughout the day, because we were there first thing in the morning. Or 190 steps. Now, for someone like me, 190 steps isn't that bad. My kids, other people, elderly folks, people with disabilities, that's not going to work. 190 steps is a lot of steps. You're talking a lot of walking. It's a lot of floors up there, okay? And when we got to the pedestal, shoulder to shoulder. So you have a little narrow walkway that might be 3.5 feet. You can't have 2 people side by side walk in this walkway around the Statue of Liberty. So what that gets you is your shoulder to shoulder like this, and you're trying to walk around the Statue of Liberty pedestal, and you can't. You got people with their selfie sticks out like this, and they're taking 50 pictures, and they're completely obstructing the path for you to walk, and people are bundled up like this, and they're stuck in the stairwell because people are waiting for people to move, and it was a hateful experience. I could not wait to get off of that pedestal. It was terrible, and it's because of these tour companies overbooking. They're selling way too many tickets. They need to, what they should do is have maybe 50 people go up. You guys have 10 minutes. Then you got to come back, 50 people go up. I would rather have waited in another line, 50 people at a time, and have your 10 minutes of freedom than to go up there with, 300-400 people around that pedestal and be like this, where you cannot move. And I mean it, you can't move. And when you're on the pedestal, you want to walk around. Now, when I say the pedestal, we're at her feet. So you have the Statue of Liberty, then you have this kind of like a pillar, which is almost the size of the Statue of Liberty herself. You're at the very top of that pillar, at the bottom of her feet, and you'll see in the video here what I'm talking about. But guys, I do not recommend this whatsoever, at least in high season. If you want to go, maybe, I don't know if they do them in the winter or not, or go sometime where it's not busy, but this was simply stupid. I don't call them anything stupid, but this was stupid. And like I said, it's all in the fault of the tour companies, whoever's mandate this is. They have to step in and start regulating the amount of people going up there. Absolutely stupid. That's all I can say. It completely ruined it for us, and it's too bad, because this should have been one of the higher points of the trip. And don't get me wrong, it was nice being there and seeing the Statue of Liberty up front, especially from the boat, and you're going around it and whatnot. I certainly appreciate that, but did not appreciate all of the complications that could be absolutely mitigated with proper management. And wow, that's all I can say. But anyway, I'll show you some videos here, guys, of the boat ride to Statue of Liberty and Statue of Liberty herself. Take a look.
Mine. So get up, get out there, and find your park.
We got a date with this lady here.
Here we are with Lady Liberty. Got the fam jam. We got Beats. We got Doodle. The nanny. There we go. Yes, it looks little whenever you're sitting over in New York City, which is in the backdrop here. Yeah.
So now we're gonna go in there.
Ferry stop. We're gonna go ahead on the island.
Hey, Spinning in Vegas. This is the entrance when you come into the pedestal here, Statue of Liberty, and I think that might be the original torch. I can't say for certain, but I can't see why any other reason why they would have this here. It must be the original torch because it looks aged. Like there's patina on there, and it looks old. I really do think that was the original torch for the Statue of Liberty, which is really cool. Really neat stuff, hey Joe? Yeah, what do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Oh, Luxor. Oh yeah. We're right below her. She's right there. Nice view.
What's our
Yeah, it goes all the way around.
Very nice view. Lady Liberty right there, man.
Different.
Lady Liberty. And what's this? Another white line? Oh my God, guys! You better, if you come to New York, 2 words for you: white lines. My God, can't believe it.
Yeah, tourist.
And yes, I'm making a complaint. It's disgusting. I'd like to give you a view of the city, but it looks like a white line over there. Jersey City, New York.
It doesn't matter. We did 195. We only got
Again, hard to tell from video. I was not in a happy place when I was there. I didn't want to film too much. I just didn't want to come off salty in a vacation video, but I really was salty. And I also remember telling somebody to put their selfie stick away at one point because we were getting shoved. And you know, my kids were there. There is a ledge. It's a long way down. And I didn't want somebody shoving them. I got upset. And there was an Asian couple, and this girl was just taking photo after photo. You take 30 photos. Then she'd switch position, and then her and her boyfriend, and I just stepped in and I said, I'm sorry, but you have to move. You are holding up this line, and we need to go. We need to move. And they did move. I felt like a jerk for doing it. I shouldn't have had to do that to begin with. Again, poor management and people. I wasn't the only one up there that was upset. There was a guy who was swearing so much that I had to take my kids out of that area, and it was hard to walk backwards when everybody was trying to walk forward. I don't even think I made a full turn around the pedestal. They have entry points at, you know, northeast, south, and west of the pedestal. I think I walked almost halfway before I turned around and went a quarter way and just left. I left it like that. I just could not bear with it. It was too much. After leaving Statue of Liberty, we went to Six Flags Great Adventure. So this is a theme park, obviously, guys, in Jackson, New Jersey. And it is home to the world's tallest roller coaster called King de Ka. Now, I used to be a real thrill seeker before 2014-15. When I got diagnosed with Meniere's disease and eustachian tube dysfunction, I couldn't go on these rides anymore because the pressure buildup in the ears whenever you're on these rides and upside down. It doesn't take much to trigger Meniere's attack or go deaf. And so I stay away from them. But it bothers me a lot because I used to love it, especially with my kids getting on these roller coasters, having a blast. It was always so much fun. Actually, if you look at my channel and you go sort my videos from oldest to newest, you'll see before I started putting slot machine videos, I was putting roller coaster ride videos of us on roller coasters and stuff. So we were definitely thrill seekers. I didn't go on any rides there with the exception of King de Ka. I said, if I'm here and this is the tallest roller coaster in the world, I'm getting on it. And there's no turning back. And I indeed got on that ride. We'll see that in a moment. But I'm going to show you guys some Six Flag videos here, and I didn't take much. I don't want to bore you guys with ride videos and stuff like that, but I did a little bit of vlogging, when I was there, and you will see another live play here as well. But here you go, guys, some Six Flag videos. Try not to laugh when you see me on the King de Ka. Actually, you don't see me. My wife took the video from behind because you can't get up close. I mean, it's a roller coaster, and it also goes to like 206 kilometers an hour in like 3.5 seconds. It's unbelievably the fastest thing I've ever experienced in my life. Wow. Anyway, here's all the videos. Enjoy.
Arms dead. Head back. Hold on.
What's going on, Spinning in Vegas? Okay, we're here at the Six Flags Great Adventures, and well, my wife and my youngest son are getting on this, the Joker. It's like a 4D ride or something like that. It's crazy. I used to get on stuff like that all the time until I started getting problems with my ears, and yeah. We're gonna go take a look and see how this ride plays out. I'm not gonna do too much filming here in the park. I don't want to bore you guys with that stuff either. How about a slot machine for you guys? How about a Harley Davidson live play? Go take a look.
Bold choices for bold machines. Way to go.
Bonus on the first spin. 20 free games at 1x.
Much like your first ride, the mini RPM free game is an experience you won't forget.
Alrighty. Alright. Alright, let's get those wilds. There we go. Come on, we need to do better than that. $4 max. There we go. Shit, yeah. Should be good. 60. Alright, 5 left. Come on, baby. Black bike. Oops, I didn't mean to speed that up. Last one. That should go up, right? All 3? Okay, alright. That should be good. 106. Fuck yeah.
That should have got you revved up.
Yes, sir. Alright, first spin bonus. Not bad. Time to cash it. That sounds like Melissa. Yeah, I see his shoes. He's on it now. That's her.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, good.
A lot of screaming.
Yeah.
I heard Mummy screaming.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Not that bad.
Yeah, not a headbanger.
Good.
Spinning in Vegas. Guys, we did it. We came, we saw, we conquered. We got on the world's tallest roller coaster, the King de Ka. And, well, it's not, oh, you can see it all the way in the back. Right here. Goes up and down. There, you can get a good better look at it right there. That is the King de Ka. And we did it. We freaking did it. That thing goes to 206 kilometers an hour in 3.5 seconds to 456 feet in the air. What a rush. And we did it. I got on, my oldest son here got on, and my youngest son got on.
Twice. You got on twice.
My youngest son got on twice. He got on with me, and then he got on with him. And what a rush, guys. Woo. I thought it might have had an effect on my ears, but I think it was just so damn fast that didn't have time to build pressure in the air, man. That thing is unbelievably, mind-blowingly fast.
Second fastest roller coaster, you said?
Second fastest roller coaster in the world, the tallest roller coaster in the world. That's guaranteed. It's not even so much the speed, it's the fact that it gets up to that speed so fast. That thrust. Hey, oh my God.
Like, that was so fast. I didn't think it was going to be that fast.
Yeah.
Like, you obviously know how tall it is, but you don't know how fast it is.
Yeah.
When you go on it, like, it's so much faster than you think.
Absolutely. I can agree with that 100%. Now my youngest son and my wife are on this, what's this one? Superman. They're on Superman Ultimate Flight. My youngest son is an absolute daredevil. I think he would agree with that. He's more reserved, but how could you say reserved? He just got on the tallest roller coaster in the world. True that. But my youngest son will get on anything. Seriously. And we got this.
Except for a standing up roller coaster.
Yeah, he doesn't like the standing up ones. And supposedly there's going to be like some sort of a storm coming through here in the next 20-30 minutes, and they told us to finish up our rides. So we're just, I think this is the last one, I think.
Yeah, I kind of want to go on the Joker if that's not too far away from here.
Joker's all the way on the other side, man.
Oh.
We have to go on the other side.
No, we have to leave right here.
I thought we had to go on the other side.
No? No.
Oh,
Oh, well. We had a great day here, though. I didn't film much rides. My wife got a video of the King de Ka, though. You can't film on that thing. You're just going so. My phone would be. I wouldn't be filming right now.
I don't know how that got.
Like, well, the people that get those footage, they probably bolt it to the machine itself, and they make it official, or they wear the sunglasses, some sort of a GoPros or something.
Yeah.
Put a GoPro in a helmet. Like, yeah, like I kept my glasses on, and when I got off, my glasses were all squished into my eyeballs. Anyway, yeah, talk about a fantastic time there. King de Ka, guys, Six Flags, great adventure. If you're anywhere near New York, take the 1-hour drive over here to Six Flags and enjoy your day. We all had a fantastic time, and especially if you have the kids, or if you have a lot of kid left in you, get your asses over to Six Flags Great Adventures. You will not regret it, right? Peace out. Spinning in Vegas. Last day in New York. Good day yesterday. Statue of Liberty. And then over to Six Flaggies, where we conquered what ride?
King de Ka.
King de Ka. So today, just waking up, and we got ourselves a, 5.5-hour bus tour? We got Miggy Wiggy, all in her dressy poo.
Bus? Is that our bus?
Oops, sorry, she was waving and I took the camera away.
Hi, guys. Frizzy hairs.
5.5-hour bus tour in New York, seeing all the touristy stuff. And then after that, a little bit of free time. So I think what we're going to do is go to the New York Public Library. We wanted to go there. And maybe a couple other souvenir places just to pick up some stuff from family members and stuff like that. Yeah, just kind of take in, you know, as much as we can in the last day. It was a very good trip. I was very happy with it. Mickey, you like New York? Love New York?
Yeah, I do. I love it.
New York.
Very cool here.
New York is pretty cool, man. Pretty nice spot. I like Vegas more, obviously, but New York is amazing. I would say, guys, if you can do it, to visit New York.
Yes.
These guys approve of New York. You like yourself some New York, huh? Yeah. New York approved. I'll haul that tongue right out of your mouth. All right, so I'll try to get some video for you guys, like at all the stops that we make. I'm not even entirely sure what stops there are. Probably like all the main things.
Tours.
Times Square, Rockefeller Center, you know, the One World, Central Park, all the touristy places, I would assume.
I'm not sure about the stops.
Half of them we've probably already been to, but it's nice to have a guided tour and a little slower paced and something where we're not always on our feet because, you know, your legs get sore and stuff like that. Well, mine's been good. I don't know about you, but okay. Anyway, I will keep you guys all informed throughout the day.
Toyota, is it?
We'll see you when we see you. Peace out.
So there you go, guys. That King de Ka, wow, like I said, unbelievably fast, unbelievably high. You don't even have time to look at the height or worry about the height because you're going so fast. Another interesting fact here for you guys is on that King de Ka, it doesn't always make its revolution. There's a sign right before you get on the ride that says the ride might not make it all the way over. So what it'll do is it'll go up, it'll hang for a second or two and come back down backwards. I'm so glad that didn't happen to us. That was probably my biggest worry getting on that ride. But we were good. It went all the way around, unbelievably fast, and believe it or not, did no damage to my ears. A little bit of muffling in the right ear when I got off. It lasted about maybe 20-30 minutes and went away. I was very lucky, but I didn't. It was funny because I get off and nothing happened. I was contemplating on getting on other rides, and I talked myself out of it. I said, you know, don't push your luck. And I let my kids and wife get on pretty well, everything else. And they had just a ball there at Six Flags Great Adventure. Guys, it's only about an hour's drive southwest of New York City. But it's expensive, and it really is a money grab. We spent $697 for, there were 5 of us. My mother-in-law decided to stay at the hotel. She couldn't do all the walking. Like I said, the heart surgery was rough for her. They get you with these flash passes, they call them. So you get your entry to the park, but the lines are so vast for waiting on rides. So how they try to suck you in is by getting you a flash pass. So you essentially skip the line with these flash passes. They give you a little key thing, and you enter what ride you want to go on, and it'll tell you to be there in 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatnot, so you can get your place in line, and that's how that works. And hindsight, I wouldn't have bought them up front because it really wasn't busy that day. The lines weren't that bad. Some rides, they were bad, but for the most part, it was pretty straightforward and fast moving. But you know, but I would say take your kids. I mean, the world's tallest roller coaster is there, you know, amongst many other roller coasters and thrill rides and even kiddie rides and stuff like that too. Water rides are there for anyone who likes getting wet. And, you know, lots of entertainment and shops and restaurant. There's lots there for everybody. Like I said, if you could do a day's entertainment for $700, I would say go ahead and do it. You could be blowing that money elsewhere, you know, and everybody's getting a little bit of enjoyment out of it. So I have no regrets. I'm glad we went, and I do recommend the location. Good job there from Great Adventure, Six Flags. Okay, so guys, the last piece of the video is something about bus tours. So we booked a bus tour here, and it was called New York City Guided Tours. And at least that's what it was called on the internet. It was done by a guy named Jimmy Hoffman, who is notorious for walking around with his customers with a chicken in his hand. And he calls that chicken Reggie the Chicken. You can look him up on Facebook, Jimmy Hoffman, or you could also type in Reggie the Chicken on Facebook and get his Facebook page as well. He has no idea that I'm doing this. This is not a paid advertisement or anything. I just want to make that clear and upfront right away. Very well done tours. So hats off to Mr. Hoffman there and Reggie the Chicken on these great tours. You see a lot of different types of solicitation on the New York City streets, most notably the double-decker bus. So they call it the hop-on, hop-off. I call it the ho-ho, hop-on, hop-off. So you see a lot of these ho-hos on New York City blocks, sometimes pulling you by the arm. Hey, look, $120, I give your family this, you guys, you can chop off here. That's a scam. That's public transit. That's all it is. Well, you get on the bus, you hop off whenever it's public transit. It's not guided. They're not, it's nothing special about it, but it's more expensive than these actual guided tours. This Jimmy Hoffman guy, he takes you anywhere and everywhere in New York City that's worth visiting for a first timer. So if you're a first timer in New York, you want to go to all the touristy spots, this is the guy you want to get in touch with for a great price. Fantastic price. I think for the 6 of us, it was like $500, and the tour was like 6 hours long. And I know that might seem like it's long. You're sitting on a bus, it's hot, New York City, blah, blah, blah. The bus had air conditioning. You never really had a chance to soak it up because you were always jumping on and off the bus, visiting the places, so the air conditioning couldn't keep up with that sort of stuff. But you weren't sweating in the bus. Jimmy himself is, some of the stats in this video, the facts that I told you about, I learned from Jimmy. So he knows the city, he knows the history, he knows the interesting facts about the city, and he's funny. Like, he'll make you laugh, like he does it all very tastefully. And like I said, it exceeded our expectations. It's one thing to read about what the tour does, but a completely other thing to be there and experience it and live it out. And we were completely satisfied beyond expectations with that tour. I consider it probably the high point of the tour, of the trip, sorry. And we got to visit places like the CNN building. It was really cool. I don't watch CNN, I'm not really a news guy. But visiting it was pretty cool. Another somber place that we visited during this tour was the Dakota building. For those of you who don't know, this is where John Lennon was murdered by Mark David Chapman. And to be standing there where John Lennon was shot and killed, wow, it's hard to soak all that in. Even though it happened so long ago, it's still indeed the spot where it happened. And we got to visit the Strawberry Fields, which is the John Lennon Memorial in Central Park, which is not far away from the Dakota building there on Central Park West, I believe. We got to see that. There was also somebody there playing Beatles music with a guitar and lots of fans around. They have a nice little montage there. It says Imagine, and a nice little mural. It's a beautiful spot, guys, and they do a great job at paying homage to the great John Lennon. And it was very nice to visit that. Trump Tower, we also visited Trump Tower building for all of you guys who are fans of Donald Trump. Rockefeller Center, which was another highlight for me. Again, Home Alone 2, I enjoy the movie. But Rockefeller Center has a lot more to offer than just being the location for Home Alone 2. It's also, the building there in Rockefeller Center is where Saturday Night Live is filmed. Jimmy Fallon night show is right there, Rockefeller Center in a building. You have the Today Show that's also filmed right there. I think to the left there. So you have all of that in that one tiny little area. It's a beautiful spot, guys. And this is indeed on the tour. You get off the bus, you go out, you look around. He tells you, again, Jimmy tells you all the interesting tidbits about Rockefeller Center, where the Christmas tree goes, all these shows that were filmed there. I learned that from him. So again, very informative and very fun to be there. We got to visit the Flatiron building. Back in my younger years, when like Spider-Man came out and all that stuff, I watched those movies. The Flatiron building was the building that was used in the Spider-Man movies, and it was nice to visit that Flatiron building and learn some facts about that building as well. We went to the Empire State Building, we saw that, got out, took our pictures, all that sort of stuff, so you could see that there as well. We took a very interesting drive through Chinatown, and as you remember me saying earlier, I love experiencing all of these other cultures. Going through Chinatown was really surreal. It felt like we were just, boom, taken right over to China. All the signage, all the people talking, it was, Chinese, Mandarin and whatnot. Actually, that was another tidbit that Jimmy had told us about during that Chinatown tour, was that not all the locals in Chinatown get along based on their language. So you have those who speak Chinese and those who speak Mandarin, and I guess they kind of clash there and butt heads from time to time. Unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. But we got to see Chinatown there, very, very nice area. We got to see Wall Street, the New York Stock Exchange and all that stuff on Wall Street. That was very nice. I invest, you know, I buy stocks and stuff like that, and it was really nice to see that area. I'm also a big fan of the Wolf of Wall Street movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, and you know, that's pretty well the whole theme there, New York Stock Exchange and all that stuff. In addition to the bus, we got off that bus and took a ferry and drove around the Statue of Liberty, which is really, really nice. It is public transit ferry. I thought it might have been maybe like not a private one, but something other than the Staten Island Ferry, which is public transit. It's free, and it was shoulder to shoulder, and it was not air conditioned. It was really hot. That was the low point of the tour. But still, he takes his, you know, time out of his day to make sure that you get that experience, that you get to see the Statue of Liberty up close and get your pictures in the water and stuff like that. And you get just beautiful views of downtown New York City in that ferry. And as you can see from the pictures you're sliding by, just adds value to the trip overall. So regardless of it being public transit, you're still doing it, because you probably wouldn't know about that if you were a first-time New York visitor. So he makes sure that you get that experience by taking you on that tour. We got to see the New York Public Library, and I'm going to have some videos for you guys at the end of this that showcase the public library. It was the library used in the original Ghostbusters movie, and another movie called The Day After Tomorrow with Jake Gyllenhaal, Emmy Rossum. I knew that these were locations before visiting there, but Jimmy Hoffman made it known to everybody that it was indeed the library for the Ghostbusters and The Day After Tomorrow. We didn't stop and get out though in the bus tour. We visited that later on. And he also let us know about, you know, when we were driving by a celebrity house. So we got to see the where Steven Spielberg lived, Demi Moore, Winona Ryder was another one, and there was a few other ones too. I just can't remember off the top of my head here. But he showed you where different people lived, and that was really cool. It's above and beyond, because that was not in the itinerary when we booked the tickets. Like, it showed us everything we were going to be doing. We also got to stop and eat at a place at 55 Fulton Market. We decided not to eat there with the rest of the tour. We seen a pizza joint across the road, and it was called Little Italy's Pizza. And guys, I've said it many times in the past that the Wicked Spoon at the Cosmopolitan, not the Wicked Spoon, sorry, Hidden Pizza at the Cosmopolitan had the best pizza in the world. I don't know, man. I'm going to tell you something right now. I think this beat Hidden Pizza. It's close, don't get me wrong. Hidden Pizza at the Cosmopolitan is absolutely remarkable. This Little Italy's, though, beat it. A small margin, but they beat it. It's the best pizza I ever had in my life. I had the chicken regatta pizza. It was mind-blowing. The crust, something about that crust, man. And that's what did it for me, was the crust was a bit better than the one at the Hidden Pizza at Cosmopolitan. But I have vids of that too, guys. And I'm going to end the video here with these videos. I didn't take, like I said, a lot of videos on the public tour, not public tour, private tour. New York City Guided Tours is what it's called on the internet. But like I said, you can go visit Jimmy Hoffman or Reggie the Chicken on Facebook and learn more about those tours. But I'm going to let you see some of those vids, and I'm going to end the episode, guys, because this was a surprising trip for me. I thought I would end the episode with a live play of another unexpected, surprising bonus that I got on a game called Sriracha. But I just want to end the episode here, guys, and say that New York was fantastic. We had a ball. I'm sorry that, you know, there was a void on the channel there, but we were gone, and we just recently got back and had a little bit more problems here with the insurance company. We were expecting our floor bathroom tiles to be in. They came in, they were the wrong ones. They had to reorder them. It's going to take an extra 1 to 2 weeks. That's probably going to push us till the end of October if we're going to visit Vegas. That's providing no other screw-ups happen, or if they're not even here. Like, when we were gone, they weren't here working. It doesn't look good. That's all I can say. And if it doesn't happen in October, it'll happen in February. Again, we're still crossing our fingers here and hoping that people can get their act together and get this basement done, because we're going on, April, May, June, July, August. It's going to be 6 months for a renovation. I mean, come on. It's getting a little annoying and a little much. But again, we're just day by day and kind of going with the flow and hoping for the best. But here you go, guys. Videos of the tour to end the video. And like I said, that surprising bonus on Sriracha. Enjoy.
Yeah. Okay, it's hard on my ears. Are you videoing? Maybe you're videoing.
Italy Pizzeria. My God, we're here on Cliff Street.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Cliff Street right now. Well, in the corner of Cliff Street. I don't know exactly. Not far from Chinatown. Turning around.
Guys, I don't know, man. I said that the hidden pizza at the Cosmopolitan was the best pizza I've ever had, but that right there, that Little Italy's pizza, just took it, man. Seriously. What do you think of that pizza, Joe? Awesome. Just amazing. I got the chicken ricotta.
Same.
Actually, he got it too. We both got the chicken ricotta pizza. And wow, really good stuff. Best pizza I've ever had. Hidden pizza at Cosmo's very close. That's really good too. But that one there, just, I don't know, the crust, it was amazing. So we're actually in the middle of our bus tour right now. And seen a whole bunch of sites so far. And a lot more to see. Yeah, so I'll just keep you guys in the know and let you guys know what's going on as things happen. We've seen the Rockefeller Center, Empire State Building, Strawberry Fields. We even got to see the building where John Lennon lived and where he was shot and killed. That was really emotional too, man. And we were right there. Aretha Franklin also lived in the same building, and she died recently as well. Yeah, just a whole lot of cool sights, you know, and gonna be looking at more. So I just thought I'd give you guys an update, and we will see you soon. What's going on, peeps? All right, we're at another cool location here. I don't know if you can see it behind me. This is the New York Public Library, guys, on 5th Avenue. And this is a pretty popular spot. A few movies were filmed here. All the exterior shots for the Ghostbusters film here in 1984 were indeed filmed here, as well as The Day After Tomorrow featuring Jake Gyllenhaal and not Randy Quaid, but Dennis Quaid, sorry. Was filmed here, and that was a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to show you some interesting shots though. So right behind me here is where they entered, obviously, but I'm going to turn you around.
So you see that one scene in the movie where Emmy Rossum was down here trying to help a lady who was stuck in a cab, and she cut her leg on part of the cab. And Jake Gyllenhaal was right here, and he came down and saw a wave approaching the library coming from that angle right here. So the wave would have been coming right down here.
Yeah. Makes me want to watch it again.
And then he gets her out just in time, and as they're walking up the stairs, water torrents from this angle. The water comes from over here, and then ultimately goes inside of the New York Public Library. A very cool location here. So yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal would have been standing here with Emmy Rossum, who was his co-star, and this place is popping, man, right now. There's some entertainment going on over there. It really reminds me of Vegas here in New York City, guys. A lot of similarities. I guess you'll find that in any city, but I find the two very similar. New York and Las Vegas, very similar. I've been to many cities, but I think New York and Las Vegas are very similar.
They have their similarities.
But yeah, that's it here, guys. The New York Public Library, as always, free for you to come. It's not far from Times Square either. It was about, I don't know, maybe a 6-minute drive.
Yeah.
If that. Very easy drive. We're gonna go in if we can.
Come on. Yes.
Nice.
So it says in the bonus 30 free spins went up to an 8x multiplier. So that could be alright. Alright. WMS though. You know what that means. 3x. Okay. Of course, it's not going to be anything. 4x, huh? 4x of nothing? Come on. Yeah, you do that. No, didn't think so. All right, all right. Last one. Oh, 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 oh. Holy shit, this is gonna be fucking great. Oh my god.
Credits by times 5 cents?
Yeah.
Times 5?
Yeah.
Right?
No, it won't be a hand pay, but 741. Holy fuck.